This is a Zamboni Z500. This one happens to be red. It has a Patrick Cudahy logo on the side of it. It has been in service roughly 20 years. It has nearly 3,200 hours on this current engine. Roughly 4,000 hours is when a motor needs to be changed. The water tank holds 250 gallons of hot water. It uses about 3/4 of that tank every time the Zamboni comes out to flood the ice. If you are fascinated by the sport of hockey, you no doubt have been fascinated by the Zamboni. I'm Aaron Sims, and this is Chillin On A Zamboni. Oh, one of the nice things about hockey season is getting back on the Zamboni. It feels like forever. It's kind of like taking the sports car out in the summer. You got to put it under the tarp and hide it away. Make sure that there's no fuel in the carburetor and all of that stuff in the winter, because it'll just get yucky and wet and rust up and gum up and all of that stuff. But now it's the season. You can bring it out and go for a twirl, and there's nothing like going about 3 miles an hour around an ice rink. And one of the really nice things is going for a ride and having a nice conversation. And I think we got a good guy here today. What we got? Harry Zolnierczyk. Z, you want to go for a spin?
I'd love to, Simmer.
Let's go for a spin. All set? You good?
I'm ready to rock.
Hang on. Sometimes I like to burn out a little bit when we start up. So you always got to be ready to go. My fishtail on you or something like that.
You think this is like Fast and the Furious
Kind
to you?
of, yeah. You know what? You watch any of those movies?
Yeah, I love them.
My wife loves them. My wife.
They're unbelievable.
It's the one, I think it was 7, where they jump over to the other side of the ravine. There's a bridge going north and a bridge going south.
Yeah, yeah.
And they flip in the middle of the air,
Yep.
and they pick somebody out, and then they land.
Yeah, I mean, they're always going to land.
Have you ever ridden on one of these?
Never. This is my first time on a Zamboni.
It's amazing how many guys have played hockey since they were 3, 4,
Never
5,
been on
6 years old.
No, we've just been yelling at the Zamboni driver for the last 30 years.
Why? What do you yell at them about?
Hurry up, get off the ice.
Yeah.
Usually practice is at 6 a.m. So we're sitting there freezing, waiting. That's a good old outdoor Canadian rink, though.
That's, yeah.
Public rink, they had the Zamboni, they'd buzz it up, it was fresh.
Yeah.
Fresh ice.
That's
now,
pretty
if you were in a true outdoor pond, yeah, then you'd be trying to shovel it, or a buddy's backyard, somebody had a rink, you'd be working, you'd cut it up pretty quick.
Right.
Those were fun. Those were the days. You didn't mind doing that. Now I think we'd probably be too lazy to do it.
Yeah, no kidding.
Once we cut up the ice enough that the puck wasn't moving very well, I think we'd just probably head home for a cold beer.
That's right. We were watching women's field hockey in the locker room one day.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And you had mentioned that you were the public address announcer for that when you were at Brown University. And did you enjoy it?
I did. I loved it.
Was that a show for you? Like, did you take that as this is more entertainment? I'm here to provide entertainment, or was it just the monotony of saying somebody's name when something happened?
No.
Or did you say,
I enjoyed it. I mean, I used it as a way to kind of bring energy to that game. I mean, a lot of people would do it, and if it was a volleyball game, it would, now serving, you could keep it dull, or you could spice it up, and if it was a point for our, Point Brown, you'd really get it in.
You're at your building.
That's right. You're trying to add a little bit of life, but let's get back to basics here. It was a way to make money at college to give you a little drinking money on the weekends and things like that, Yeah, at that time, I mean, it was a quick way to make a few bucks and then sit in on another sporting event and make a little noise, I guess.
What's the best travel food if you're going on a road trip?
Driving to camp.
You're driving to camp. Okay.
Yeah,
so what are you grabbing in your car while you're driving to camp?
Some type of granola bar, a handful. You're bringing granola bars. You're bringing bananas. Bananas are easy.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to camp, you're trying to keep it healthy still too, right?
Exactly.
So you're still thinking you've prepped the body. You think you've treated it like a temple for the last month or so. Now you're definitely going with some sunflower seeds.
Yeah.
You got a couple empty bottles for your sunflower seeds. You don't even really break them open, eat the seeds. A few hours in, you're really just chewing on them. I think you're sucking the flavor and
Right,
you're
right.
spitting them back out.
Right.
I mean, I'd probably tell you, I'd probably sneak a bag of chips in. I think chips might be one of my favorite snacks of all time.
Yeah.
So I'd probably hide a bag of chips. I wouldn't let anybody see that I brought the chips, but I'd probably bring them in under.
Contraband. Stick around, we'll have much more with Harry Zolnierczyk. You won't want to miss part 2 of Chillin' on a Zamboni.